All right, so let's just have a quick discussion about this drone and kind of where it fits in DJI's lineup, because there are a lot of drones that DJI has created, and this drone is very unique. It's the only drone that has this flip design where all the propellers kind of fold up in this way where they sit kind of flush against each other. It's a very unique style for a drone, and it does make it actually very easy to pack away in your backpack. So every time that I've been taking this drone out, I've been using either my hiking backpack that I use when I take camera gear, but I've also taken it out trail running and I've put it in my little trail running backpack, and it fits just fine. The design allows it to be super easy to use, and when you're ready to start flying, you just flip out each of the propellers and the drone will turn on automatically. So if you are just using this drone without the controller, you just open it up, hit the button to take off, and then it will take off from the palm of your hand and start following you. So as a camera that's gonna personally follow you anywhere you go, it's actually a really good choice because the DJI Neo, it has the same functionality. However, the camera on the DJI Flip is much better. This is the same sensor that you get on the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So the footage is gonna look really good out of this camera. It shoots up to 4K 60 frames per second, and in slow motion, you can go up to 4K 100 frames per second. It's a 1 and 1.3 inch sensor, and you could shoot in D-Log-M, which gives you more control over your footage. It shoots 10-bit 420 footage at 150 megabits per second, so that when you shoot in D-Log-M, you're gonna be able to color grade your footage. Now, this drone has a 31-minute flight time, so it's a little bit less than the Mini 4 Pro, but it still gives you plenty of time when you're up in the air to be able to get some good looking shots. And a big thing with this drone is that it's under the 249 gram limit. So you can fly this in a lot more settings than you can with the heavier drones, depending on the country you're in and the restrictions that you would have to adhere to. Now for photos, you could shoot 12 megapixel or 48 megapixel photos, and you can shoot in JPEG or RAW. So this drone is basically like a combination of the DJI Neo and the DJI Mini 4 Pro kind of squished together, and it sits somewhere kind of between the two. Now, in terms of vision sensors, you have front-facing vision sensors. So it won't run into something flying forward, but it doesn't have any side-to-side or back vision sensors. So this is very much aimed at solo creators who want to be filming themselves, and the drone can follow you wherever you're going, and it's not going to run into something when it is in that follow mode. Now, there is the ability to shoot with audio on this drone when you pair it with your phone, and the drone will actually fly backwards and you can do a walk and talk. However, there is no vision sensors behind it, so the drone could crash into something. However, because it's in front of you, you're gonna see where the drone is at all time, especially if you're doing a walk and talk and you're looking right at the drone. And in terms of controlling the drone, you can either control it without any controllers, so just taking off from the palm of your hand and using buttons on the drone itself to be able to control and give you some different quick shot modes. You could use your phone, manually control using your phone, or you could use one of the controllers like the RC2, take full control of the drone, and be able to get some really good looking footage. Now, the one thing that this drone does not have, but the Neo has, is the ability to pair it with the FPV goggles and fly full FPV. This drone is only set up to fly with the phone, off your hand, and with the standard controller like the RC2. So overall, for a small, compact drone that can get some good shots of yourself when you're out filming, I would personally choose this one over the DJI Neo just because the footage looks so much better. However, if you are someone who is interested in FPV flying, but you're just getting started, then the Neo is probably the drone that you're gonna wanna go for, so you could fly it in all the different ways. And in terms of pricing, it sits between the Mini and the Neo. So it very much is that in-between drone that has some capabilities of the Mini 4 Pro, some capabilities of the Neo, but still has a really good camera. So if you want to see more information about the whole drone and all of the different specs, I'll put a link down below the description to where you can check that out. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to go behind the scenes with me as I work on an adventure documentary, then I highly suggest you check out this video right here. I take you along on the journey as I travel across the world to work on a documentary for a nonprofit, and you get to see behind the scenes, step by step, how we went through and made the film. I'll see you over there.